plugged in. Sure.
Testing, 1 2 1 2, testing 1 2 1 2. Alrighty, friends, we are ready to rock and roll here. We've got the NDC Ontario girls taking on the Whitecaps FC Elite U16 side here today at the Paramount Fine Food Centre in Mississauga, Ontario. It is your top-rated NDC challenge. And we are going to have some fantastic young players on display here for you today. Starting up front for the Whitecaps will be Brooklyn Bolt, and then to her left will be Aaliyah Rogers and Ali Pizarka. In the middle will be Sophie Kak, and then the two holding midfielders will be Madden Asante and Anna Rafu. On the left side will be Bonnie Jha with Mia Martin and Mila Owasiuk. In the middle, Adri Geese is on the right side, and Sam Powell is starting in goal. Starting up top for NDC is Sabrina Mora on the left side, Alish Hennessy and Chiara Nicolazes on the right side wearing number 56. Then in the middle you've got number 49, Gabriella Stocky. Behind her will be number 53, Danica Menard and Isabella Lanzalotta. The back four consists of Riley Nembard, Iris Opong, and Olivia Busby. Megan Cochran is the right fullback, while Emma Donnelly will be on that right side. Pressure coming from NDC Ontario, and we know from what we've seen from this side over the last 2 years, they're gonna be pressing very high up the pitch, trying to win the ball back. Kind of a calling card for these ladies. Bolt playing the ball into the corner. Ball was cleared there by Menard by the looks of it, and it's out for a Whitecaps throw. Rail Nembard will shield that, and it's poked free by the Whitecaps, and it will go out for a goal kick. A couple players to keep your eye on here today. In the middle, number 49, Gabby Estaki, who head coach Melissa Big said we're going to want to keep our eyes on. I certainly know a lot of you would be familiar. There she is. Would be familiar with her older sister, Nicolina. Here's Estaki charging in towards goal. She gets to it first. Estaki's still on the ball. Is she going to shoot from distance? She does. Blocked by the center back, and falling onto that is Sam Powell. back from a recent tour of duty with the U15 national team. I was saying Nicolina Stocky, Gabby's older sister, is back in action after missing most of last year through injury. We didn't get to see her with the NDC side. She's a personal favorite of mine. Here's another one, Emma Donnelly. We saw her at the recent Interprovincial Championships suiting up for NDC in their matches they played against CS Montreal Outremont and the Calgary Blizzard. She looked very, very strong on this right side. Martin looking for Jean. Bonnie's on. Getting the ball into play. Donnelly controls. Plays it back for Cochran. Cochran using her keeper, and she receives it once again. Ball through the middle for Menard. Donnelly on the wing. She shoved off the ball. A chance here for Anna Rafu, but she's unable to sneak through and get past Lanzalotta. Ball cleared up, and Nembard was trying to bring it down, but it's going to be the Whitecaps coming away with it. And they're going to look to reset here. This is Mia Martin. Martin dispossessed. Menard charging through the middle, gets it off onto the wing. All across the face, a goal chance for NDC, and what a save there by Sam Powell. I was talking to head coach Tina Cook before the match, and she said we're going to want to keep an eye on this young keeper. She's a fantastic ball stopper, good presence on the goal line, guiding the defenders, and you can see her standing tall there just moments ago, making the big save. Here's Chiara Nicolaza getting the shot in on Powell. Also into the box, it's going right into the middle of the six, bouncing around, nobody to get onto the end of it. Donnelly's going to come clean this up, but she's got pressure coming on her quickly. That's played out, it's going to be an NDC throw, but great work right there from Aaliyah Rogers to put the pressure on Donnelly. Nicolaza losing out to Ja. Pizarka calling for the ball, plays it back for Ja. She's taken down by Sabrina Mora. No call on the play as Powell collects, and you can see NDC stepping up and playing a high block again. Shot blocked there off the boot of Hennessy. Another shot in towards Powell's goal, and she'll scoop that one up off the carpet and play it out quickly, looking for Pizarka. Donnelly comes flying in, and neither of them will be able to corral that ball, and it's going to go out for a Whitecaps throw in.
Yeah, so can you help?
Oniza to put it into play here, and it's out for another Whitecaps throw. Shaw gets the ball in, but it's picked off by Nicolaza. Nicolaza unable to keep it in. Shaw's throw goes off of Donnelly and out for another Whitecaps throw in as they progress slowly but surely up the pitch. Donnelly with the big long throw. Offside on Nicolaza, and that's going to be a Whitecaps free kick deep in their own end here to get us back underway. This is Sam Powell with it. So played out onto the wing, loses her footing. Picked up there by Nembard, but she was unable to control, and the Whitecaps are back the other way. This is Brooklyn Bolt with it now on the far sideline. Brooklyn Bolt playing it up onto the wing. Bolt looking to move into space, and the Whitecaps are going to work it around here. This is Danielle Jacques. Out onto the wing for Pizarka. Pizarka swings across in. That's going to be headed up into the air and collected calmly by Olivia Busby. Menard getting it out wide for Donnelly. Turning on it was Nicolaza, but got into her back and forces another turnover. Donnelly clears, but only gets it as far as Pizarka. Ja comes away with it. Into the middle for Anna Rafu. Rafu looking for Ja, and the Whitecaps pinging passes around ever so quickly in their own end. Very confident dealing with this pressure, but it's turned over in a very dangerous position. Great challenge there by Madden Asante to get a foot in and break up that very dangerous turnover. Good old challenge there from Megan Cochran as she stepped up to win the ball back for NDC, but we got some step overs here from Bolt. She's going to get the ball out wide for Pizarka. Pizarka is going to have a look, but her cross or shot was blocked by Donnelly. Donnelly steps up once again to clear. Powell. Ball picked off by Nicolaza. Nicolaza trying to thread the needle and gets the pass through to her intended target. Great little bit of work there by Hennessy. Mora brings it down at the top of the box. Played back for Menard. Through to Hennessy, and Hennessy's not going to be able to chase this one down as Bonnie Ja shields that ball out for a Whitecaps goal kick. Is Pizarka bringing it down? Pizarka getting the pass through to Brooklyn Bolt. Good work there by Isabella Lanzalotta to engage with Iris Opong, and Opong's going to slip a pass through here. Great presence of mind here by Gabby Estaki, and a lovely pass through and in alone on goal, and what a shot, what a save by Powell. Mora was in one-on-one with the keeper, and Powell did an outstanding job making herself big and challenging the attacker. Stocky lays it off. Hennessy with it now, and play's going to be whistled down, and it'll be a Whitecaps ball in their own end. Pizarka on it now, cutting into the middle. Donnelly breaks up that attack. Beautiful pass through for Nicolaza, who switched sides. Nicolaza with a couple step overs and a shot in towards goal, and Powell's gonna deal with that one quite easily. Powell, very fortunate here in this Whitecaps NDC program, getting coached by longtime women's team pool player Erin McNulty on the bench for the Whitecaps, and it looks like Alicia Hennessy is gonna have to take a breather here. Not 100% sure what occurred to force Hennessy out of the match here, but she's going to get a look from the medical staff really quickly. Shaw getting it in for Pizarka and sending it right back. Collected under pressure by Mia Martin, who decides to go back to Powell. Powell's going to spray a ball out onto the wing for Ja, and Ja's unable to collect that, and it's turned over once again. And will be a throw in here for NDC. A little bit of confusion there for NDC as they look to get Danica Medley in. She thought she was making a sub, but she was just coming in for Hennessy. Medley applying a bit of pressure. Played out onto the wing, but Whitecaps finding no free space on that far side, as Leah Rogers was the intended target for that pass. Ja with a missed touch, and she's going to have to chase this one down. Pressure coming from Nicolaza. They're playing it back for Ja. Ja's pass is going to be met there by Iris Apong. Apong's going to have to sprint back into position after making that run. Brooklyn Bolt leaving it for Rafu. And Rafu, she'll send it backwards, and the Whitecaps will reset. Rogers unable to get around Brielle Nembard over on that far side. She's had a very good game so far. Menard, her pass picked off by Anna Rafu, and Menard comes charging in to try and win the ball back. Rafu trying to get around Angelada. Ball out onto the wing here for Rogers. Rogers charging down and getting a foot in there was a great bit of defensive work from Cochran. Olivia Busby lumps the ball up. It'll be brought down by Nicolaza, and she was looking to get it out for Donnelly. Just a little bit too much on that for Donnelly to bring in. Donnelly heads that one on. This is a Stocky. Her clearance is blocked by Pizarka. Donnelly with Bolt closing her down. Cochran stepping up. She tries to get a pass through, but that's going to be broken up by Mila Yusyuk. Yusyuk, another player who spent some time with the U15 national side. Great leader and communicator, according to head coach Tina Cook. Turning on it, getting it over the top for Nicolaz, and Nicolaz is gonna chop and cut back on her left, shot in towards goal, and Powell makes a big save to keep us knotted up at 0-0. Powell taking her time. The drop kick, letting it bounce, classic style there. That's a lot of, with a quick 1-2 to use Nembard. Nembard cutting it towards the box, and she's taken off the ball there by Adri Geese. Geese, very feisty and aggressive. Not scared to get stuck in on a tackle. Powell playing it out into the wing. Whitecaps trying to draw this NDC side in. Create a little room to pass through the middle. And here it's opened up a bit. Pass through the middle to Pizarka. She gets it out wide for Ja. Lanzalota getting it out wide. Nobody there in a white shirt though. Out wide for Jacques. Zarka cutting back. Gets around to Stocky. Uses Anna Rafu. Rafu's going to get it out wide. He's pushing up that right side and unable to keep it in bounds. Chance coming here. Nicolaz is in, but she has Danielle Ja all over her, and Ja's going to play that out. Donnelly getting a ball in, and Powell's going to watch that one go behind the goal and out for a goal kick. A lot of really talented young players making their way up through this side here. Donnelly's going to be a nice fit if she gets some minutes next season with the full NDC squad. She looks to be a decent fill-in as Powell goes down to make the save for Jada Collin. I know a lot of us who've been following this NDC squad the last couple of years have been so impressed by Collin, and it's refreshing to see another right back and Donnelly stepping up and impressing the way she has. It seems like there's a ton of depth in that position as of late. Jade Rivera back in the lineup for our senior women's national team the other night, which was good to see. Her player of the game performance. I was actually in Manchester at the Lee Sports Center watching the United women play when she blew her knee out back in February, so fantastic to see her back at it again. But again, so much depth at that right back spot coming through. Brought down by Kak. Bolt getting it out wide for Pizarka to run on to. Donnelly. Donnelly's going to have to give chase as Pizarka got around her, and there's Donnelly getting a foot stuck in to block that cross. Great recovery there from number 43 in white, Emma Donnelly.
Mia, make sure you can step here.
Busby gets it out onto the wing for Nembard. She's going to go back for Cochran. Cochran's going to use Busby, and they're going to try and get it back to her, but it's turned over at the edge of the box. Cochran recovers. Really sloppy here from the NDC, trying to get out of their back end. And it's going to be whistled down, providing a little bit of relief for NDC Ontario as they were all over the place. Long gets it out wide for Donnelly. Lands a lot of turning back for Donnelly. And now it'll be NDC Ontario playing the ball through the back. Cochran with a bit of space, and she finds Menard in the middle. Donnelly up the wing. Nicolaza with the jaw all over her back. Donnelly smashes the ball up, and Medley brings it down. Trying to get a Stocky a ball to run onto, but just a bit too far in front of her. Looks like we got a sub coming in here for the Whitecaps. Looks like it'll be Sophia Takak coming out of the game, and coming into the match will be Lacey Kinley. Here's Kinley getting her first serious touch of the game, and she's going to charge up the left side, cutting back into the middle, and swings the ball across for Rogers to run onto. Rogers with it now, looking to find Asante, and she's dispossessed in the middle of the pitch there by Menard. Nembard going back for Cochran. Cochran back out onto the wing for Riel Nembard. NDC side so confident playing the ball through the back. Lands a lot out wide for Donnelly. Again, NDC looking to reset. Nembard with a lovely, Opong with a lovely move to get past the attacker, but her pass is picked off. Kinley unable to connect the pass there. Lands a lot out, giving it back to Cochran. Lands a lot out wide. Unable to get it past Rogers. Collision at the top of the box. Nobody worse for wear, although it looks like Cochran's Gonna be slow to her feet here. Coming to the match here will be Molly Hale. Hale's going to come in for Riel Nembard. Nicolaza unable to control that ball, and it's out for a Whitecaps throw in just inside their own side of half. That ball is gonna go. It didn't go back out. Almost went in and out again. Donnelly kept it in. Rafu with it now. Getting it out wide for Geese. Geese had made a charge up that right side and was taken down. It's going to be a free kick here for the Whitecaps. Right-footed ball into the middle of the 6-yard box, headed away by Nicolaza, and that was a great clearance by the forward. Off the header too. Martin played it through there to Asante. Interesting to note that none of these Whitecaps players are committed to any universities as of yet, which is not necessarily the case here for all the NDC girls. Another chance for more, but it's Powell coming out of her goal to clean that up. Ball popped up into the air. Asante's going to head it clear. Donnelly with another fantastic challenge to break up that attack. Lacey Kinley had a full head of steam there, and Donnelly got the foot in to put that ball out. Donnelly, one of the players who's committed to the school already for NDC. Not hard to believe if you saw her performance at the Interprovincial Championships. Pass picked off there by Pizarka in a very dangerous position. She's still on the ball. Ali Pizarka working her way back, finds Anna Rafu, and that shot's gonna trickle in towards Busby. And she'll slow things right back down again here, giving her squad a chance to reset. over the top for Nicolaza, but great defensive work there by Ja. Nicolaza comes flying back in to try and win the ball back. Asante turns. He's going to play it back to Martin, and Martin's going to use her keeper Powell with Istaki flying in on her, and she gets rid of it quickly. The Whitecaps do a great job to escape this NDC hunting session. Milo US6 ball in, got touched, but it's still of good use here as Adri Geese plays the ball in. That's cleared by a Pong. Lanzalotta gets it forward for Molly Hale, and Molly Hale was taken down. Pong getting it through for Lanzalotta. She pushes it out wide for Donnelly. Donnelly back in for Lanzalotta. Asante takes the ball right back off of Lanzalotta. Kinley playing it in for Pizarka, and Pizarka stood up right where she received the ball by Iris Apong. Kinley brings it down. Kinley dancing at the edge of the box. Kinley was to swing across in. Cochran's going to get to it first, and she clears only as far as Adri Geese. Geese goes to work, but she's dispossessed by Danica Medelli. Medelli's still on it. Asante breaks that up. Rafu getting it to Kinley. Cochran breaks up another attack. Great presence of mind there by Geese to step up and get a foot in, and it's Istaki bringing it down. Istaki looking up, and she's going to utilize Donnelly. Lanzalotta now, and she saw Mora, and it looked like Nicolaza had a step on her check jaw. Ball played through for Lanzalotta to run onto, but she's been running around a whole lot here these last 2 minutes, so unsurprisingly she's not able to chase that one down, and she's going to need to catch her breath here, I think. Nicolaza keeps it in. Nicolaza with it still trying to turn, but Ja gets a foot in. Kinley gets it off of Nicolaza and gets a foot up. Nicolaza has the call go against her, but I'm not sure how Kinley's foot got so high to kick Nicolaza in the face. And everybody seems to be okay. Mia Martin getting a ball through for Madden Asante. And Rafu. Rafu with plenty of space in the middle. Donnelly collects that misplayed ball, and Olivia Busby will reset. Getting it through to Lanzalotta. Nice turn in the middle there by Isabella Lanzalotta. NDC stressing out a little bit here as they're under constant fire from this Whitecaps high block. Donnelly with the throw over the top. Mora chests it down. Lovely control here by Mora, and she'll get the call as Mia Martin gave her a little push from the back. Cochran through to Lanzalotta. Rafu got a foot in, and it's Whitecaps ball. Madden Asante with it now in the middle. Asante's going to use Mia Martin. Martin trying to thread the needle, but Donnelly was there to get stuck in. Great work here by Astaki. Astaki taken down from behind. Menard playing Cochran, and Cochran gets it out wide. Molly Hale cutting in, plays it out wide, but Medelli's offside on the play. Well, correction here. It's Nicolazzo, not Nicolazza. I do apologize, Kiara. He's misinformed ahead of the game. I respond playing it to Donnelly, but that's going to be your first half. 0-0 here between NDC Ontario and the Whitecaps FC Girls Elite U16 side. We'll be back in about 5 minutes with your second half of action here from the top-rated NDC Challenge. My name is Pierce Lang. We will be back with your second half between NDC Ontario and Whitecaps FC Elite U16 Girl.
There's a whole bunch.
Catalonias?
Oh, grilled chicken wraps.
Oh, I'll have one of those for sure. Oh, there's weird stuff in there too. Oh no, I think it's a whole lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll go grab.
Sure.
This is for the culture? You want me to? Do you want for multiple coaches or just?
No, don't worry about that.
Yo, wait. So this email ban for Snoop, does someone how to work? I'm so out of the loop. I don't know what to do. Yeah.
No way.
Welcome back, friends, for your second half of action here at the top-rated National Development Center Challenge. This match between the Whitecaps Girls Elite U16 side and the NDC Ontario junior side. Trying to get you up to date on a couple of substitutions, but this is Ali Pizarka trying to feed Brooklyn Bolt. I don't think there's a ton of changes so far by the looks of it. I imagine we will see some subs here at some point. And it looks like Kinley's moved into the middle.
On that one, can you repeat earlier that maybe your body's in that passage? Alright. Just covering that space.
Rogers receives the ball. Kinley steps over it. Rogers with it still. Rogers looking to get Pizarka involved, but Donnelly steps up as you would come to expect. Ball laid off there by number 67 in white. That's one of our substitutions here. That'll be Alyssa McLeod, who's got into the match here. Molly Hale playing it back. Another sub that can move, dangerous pass, gets through to Cochran. Looks like it's Paige Roofer who's gotten in to the middle here, taking out I'm not sure who this sub's being there because Cochran looks to have moved up into the midfield. Maybe to replace Menard. That looks to be what the change is here. And Pong's moved over to the right side. Adrian Geese with the long throw there, but it's escorted out for an NDC throw-in. Molly Hale putting it back into play for the aforementioned Paige Roofer. Hale brings it down. Hale gets it caught up in her feet, and she's gonna lose that ball out for a throw. Rofer receives it in the back. Lays it off for a Pong. All the way for Donnelly. Pizarka's giving her trouble. Shaw steps up to put a foot in on Nicolazzo. Shaw's had a very good game here this morning. Very impressive. Upon getting a foot to that. Lanzalotta collects turns in the middle. She's been really nice whenever she's been on the ball, and she continues to dance through the middle of the pitch, getting it out wide for Donnelly. Donnelly's gonna have a look back, and she uses Upon. Upon getting it over for Roofer. Back to Lanzalotta. Donnelly trying to get it back to Lanzalotta, but just not quick enough. Paige Roofer to Upon. Pizarka picks it off, but Cochran's in there to get a foot in. Donnelly keeps it in and pushes it up the wing for Cochran. Cochran stood up there by Bonnie Jaw.
Brooklyn.
Sub coming in here as it'll be Brooklyn Bolt coming out of the match. And in place of her looks to be number 28. That's Isabel Benetti. Geese taken down on the challenge, and flying around the pitch here is Danica Medelli. Nicolazzo winning the ball back for NDC. Donnelly turns, cuts to her right foot, head up, and plays a nice ball through, but just too far ahead of Danica Medelli. Roofer stepping in and getting a foot in. This will be Usick getting a ball up over the top. McLeod turned there. No, that wasn't McLeod. That was doesn't matter, it's Cochran with it now. For Donnelly. Cochran up onto the wing for Nicolazzo. Geese pushing up the pitch, no one closing her down. Roofer gets a foot in on that ball, plays it back out for a Whitecaps throw. Ball thrown in, looking for Isabella Benetti, but it was just slightly over her head, and Olivia Busby will control this ball in the back, leaving it for Iris Sapong. Megan Cochran getting it out wide for Donnelly. And Rafu sneaking a pass through for Benetti. Benetti's on the ball, turns, fires a shot with her left foot, blocked by Donnelly. McLeod with the ball now for NDC. She's stood in her place there by number 14 in blue. That'll be another sub here. Oh no, that's Kinley. Sorry again. Over on the left wing. This is Kinley again. Getting into the middle for Rafu. Rafu's going to take a shot in towards goal. Busby sprawls to her right and makes the save. I think she could have left that one. Donnelly's going to give chase. Pazarka has her shot blocked. And it's going to be offside on the far side of the pitch.
You can't both be back. First and second.
Molly Hale, watch that one sail over her head. Note for a Whitecaps throw.
Settle. Good, Adri. Well done.
Cochran going back for a Pong. Pong being chased all over here by Benetti. Kinley comes away with it. Her pass intercepted. Molly Hale winning the ball back. McLeod getting around a defender and Adrian Geese unable to keep the ball in there. Read the play well, just a strong touch. Molly Hale getting the ball in. Cochran working her way into a good position, getting it out wide. McLeod tried to play a ball in. Cochran coming away with it again though, trying to work her way through the middle, and she's stood up by Kinley rather that. I see Kinley getting a ball out onto the wing. Ali Rogers chases it down and Hale gets an arm into the side of Rogers and puts the ball out along with the player. He's swinging the ball in, but Cochran gets to it, heads it away. There's Rafu with it. Rafu with a stocky all over her. Lila Uisic stepping up. Lanzalota winning the ball back for NDC Ontario. Nice little turn there by Medeli. And she puts a ball up the pitch and into the corner for Nicolazzo to run onto. Nicolazzo chases it down on the touchline, a couple step overs. Nicolazzo still working hard to get her way out of the double team. Pazarka getting a foot in, and she wins the throw in for the Whitecaps.
Steve. Allie in the 10. Allie.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Looks like 8 man's coming into the game in place of Sophia Tkak. Hale stepping up to win the ball back for NDC, puts it into the middle just behind her intended target. Oh my goodness. Cochran not too far off the mark there with that shot. Low and hard, just where you want it. Powell looked like she might have had the angle, but we'll never know, as it did go wide. You love to see an attempt from there, off the boot of Megan Cochran, who's stepped up from playing center back to playing center mid here in the second half. Donnelly putting a ball into the box. Ball comes out to collect. So talking to Whitecaps head coach Tina Cook at halftime, she said her team was off to a good start. It's been a competitive game, and there were only going to be a couple small tweaks, and we've probably seen that here. Not a lot of change from what we saw in the first half. And talking to Melissa Big at half, she said it's been positive. She wants to take it to them in the second half. And she wants her squad to go all in on the press. Here's Mann, McNeat Mann with a step over at the edge of the box. Another step over, trying to get around Donnelly. Donnelly's such a tough competitor. Mann gets the ball though and puts a ball across the face of goal, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. Lanzalotta playing the ball across for Donnelly. Mann's all over Donnelly. Mann's listed on the team sheet here as a defender, but she's playing in an advanced role here. Well, no. Yeah, she looks to be playing out on the left wing now. Nicolazzo in towards goal. Nicolazzo in with a shot, and Usick made the goal line save. Another chance here for Nicolazzo as she gets around the defender. Another shot in, and Powell makes another big save. Sam Powell really stepping up big here. She's made 3 big saves so far this match. Lanzalotta standing over the ball. She's going to put a right-footed outswinger in front of the net. 6-yard box. Powell reaches up to punch it away. Stocky went for the shot and whiffed on it. That ball's going to be played out for a NDC throw-in. Disappointing touch there from Ailish Hennessy, who's made her way back into the game here. Cochran getting it out to Hennessy. Hennessy turns. She's going to play it out off the defender. But Whitecaps will get the call. Molly Hale working real hard here on the left side since being introduced into the match, and she's looked really good. Roofer over to Okong. He's going to use Roofer again as they look to move it over onto the left side, and fantastic pass there, and oh goodness. Hennessy deemed offside on the play. She was in all alone if they'd have timed that right. Great read by Roofer. Ali Pizarka bringing it down in the middle. She gets around Cochran. Pizarka slipping a pass through, shot in towards goal and whistled well over the net there by Isabella Benetti. The Whitecaps are starting to find some space through the middle. We'll see how Lancelot and Cochrane are able to deal with this as Pizarka's moved inside now that they've got Opneat man out on the right or on the left side. Lancelot turning. She's got Roofer. Roofer feels the presence of Benetti coming in on her. Nicolazzo getting it out wide for Donnelly. Donnelly working hard to try and win the ball back here. Since she's out of position, she might as well hunt for it. Mia Martin playing a ball up. Nobody there in a blue shirt to bring the ball in, and it's going to go back to Busby. Busby looking at what her options are. Roofer is the best choice. Roofer with it still. Donnelly with a nice little chop there to try and get around man, but just a little bit too much on that touch for her to get back. Here she is again to win the ball, and it's Nicolazzo coming away with it. Nicolazzo cutting through and still working on the ball. Kinley comes away with it. Kinley goes flying in and shoves Lancelot and gets the call. It was a bit out of control there, but maybe she got tripped up. Ref had a better look at it than I did. Still 0-0 here, friends, between these two fantastic U16 sides. We've got NDC Ontario in the white tops, red shorts and socks going from right to left, and Whitecaps girls Elite U16 going from left to right in the all blue classic Whitecaps kits. Ball brought down by Mann. She works her way down to the touchline. Still with it. Pizarka got a shot off, but it was deflected. Fabulous hustle there by Molly Hale. She's been very industrious since she was introduced into the game. Fabulous work rate. This is Mann bringing it down. Donnelly with a foot in on Mann. Mann in the corner. Gets a cross in. Mishandled by Busby. Shot is blocked. NDC bailed out of trouble here. Being hemmed into their own end. Edry Geese with a good challenge there to keep the NDC from sneaking out of their end. It was Hennessy who was trying to get around her. Hennessy with it now, and again, Hennessy stood up in her spot by Geese, and stepping up is Mila Usick, the captain, and a shot off the right boot of McLeod's going to go harmlessly into the 6-yard box, where Powell will fall onto that ball and give her squad a chance to reset. Powell's going to tell her team to push up the pitch. Donnelly heads it back in. Cochrane got a foot to it. McLeod's going to chase this one down. McLeod getting a foot in so as not to let Mia Martin make a decision there. Ja getting the ball back in. Cochran's found McLeod. McLeod dancing on it. McLeod trying to get around a second defender and puts it into the middle. And that's going to go out for a goal kick. This is a Stocky. A Stocky's going to take a shot from distance, and that's blocked by Usick. Lands a lot of, unable to get onto the ball. Roofer gets to it. Hale, nice pass through for Cochran. Cochran trying to figure out what she's going to do here, and Rogers steps in and gets a foot in, and Cochran decides to go into the middle, and ooh, a nice little turn there by number 46. Molly Hale, who's moved into the middle a little bit more. Nicolazo with a shot in towards Powell, and she makes the save. Man playing it back, and it's out off the face of Donnelly.
Anna, Lacey, we have to take care of the top of the box there. Attached to those players.
Everyone in
Can't leave them free.
white pushing up the pitch there to try and force a mistake from this Whitecaps
Arrive, good. Can you arrive?
back line as they're trying to work the ball out of their own end.
Anna, be an option.
Man turning, still with it. McLeod wins the ball back for NDC Ontario. Usick with it, but McLeod goes to ground. Looks like she might have taken an elbow to the belly here. She's a bit winded by the looks of it. Both teams will take a second here to catch their breath and get some instruction from the coaching staffs.
Well done. Keep the front foot. Okay? Keep the front foot mentality. Yeah, Anna, Lacey, just come. Whenever the ball is in those wide areas, we're getting a little bit too focused on the ball and not seeing these players. So we got to make sure we don't get sucked in and then the ball can traveling to the top of the box area. We can do it all the time. The dangerous player wants to get it touch tight, okay? Just a little more aware of the breath.
You could probably hear there the Whitecaps staff encouraging their girls to stay on the front foot here. As time winds down, it looks like Morris come back in place of McLeod. Hopefully Alyssa McLeod's going to be okay here. She looks to be getting some attention from the medical staff. She's on her feet though, at least. That's a good start. Benetti playing it back. This is Kinley trying to get the ball to Pizarka, and here's Ja pushing it out wide for Man. Man with a low hard shot in towards goal, and Busby will deal with that one without any trouble. Olivia Busby did not hit that one the way she intended, I don't think, but it's Cochran coming away with it. Getting it out wide for Nicolazo. Donnelly's found Opong. Busby will reset. Busby gets it out to Cochran. Cochran's trying to find Donnelly and finally does, but Ja was in there, or man rather, that to break things up.
Yeah, can you give her option?
Kinley playing it out for Geese. Geese getting it up for Aaliyah Rogers. Kinley on it now. Lacey Kinley tries to swing it across, and that's going to go off of Lanzalotta and out for a corner kick. Right-footed out swinger going to the top of the box. Not able to really make solid contact with it. And offside. Good effort, but looks like Rusick was the woman who nodded that one into the goal, but she was caught lacking, as the kids say. This is a Pong. Pong playing it up, looking to engage Mora, but headed back the other way. Lanzalotta gets a shoulder into the back of man. Kinley turning on it. Lacey Kinley working her way through the middle. Gets it onto the boot of Geese. Geese gets it out wide. She was looking to use Aaliyah Rogers, but just a bit too far in front of her. Roofer's pass for Cochran slightly off target. Nicolazzo onto it. Nicolazzo looking to use Mora. Mora gets a foot to it. Mia Martin played it back for Powell. Great recovery there by Ms. Martin. Sam Powell looking very steady in the back here so far today for the Whitecaps. Donnelly with a big throw, looking for more, but just slightly off target. She'll have another chance here. See if she puts the ball into the box. This is a Stocky goes to ground. A Pong with a nice little move there to create some space, pushing Benetti off the ball. Great chance here for Roofer, and Roofer has her shot blocked by Geese. Here's Adri Geese again playing the ball forward. Lanzalotta doing a great job covering in the back. Hale with a nice little move there to create some space, and a chance coming here for Hennessy as she charges up the left side, cuts into the box. Hennessy with it, still left-footed ball into the middle, and it's stopped by Mora just wide of the goal. And she's going to wish she got a little bit more onto that one. As the score remains 0-0 here. Fans slipping through the hourglass. We're running out of time in this second half of action. This is your first big game of the National Development Center competition for 2024 here at the Paramount Fine Food Center in beautiful Mississauga, Ontario. This is Kinley. Kinley's trying to slip a pass through there for Aaliyah Rogers, who's well up the pitch now, and she's going to have to recover as Molly Hale charges up the left side, and Rogers does a good job to get her left foot in there. Kinley comes away with it. Lanzalotta steps in front of her. This is Hennessy now. Hennessy can't get around Geese. Geese has been such a solid presence here on the left side. Kick quickly taken there by Hennessy, but it's going to get called back. Hennessy won't mind that one, as she wasn't going to get as stocky on the other end of it anyways. Molly Hale using Lanzalotta. Hale getting it back. Working her way into the middle of the pitch. Hale with it still. No one closing her down. Tried to play a ball in, but it was headed away by Mia Martin. There's Mann getting another ball into the middle. Sophia Chikak getting it up for Pizarka. Pizarka out wide for Rogers, and it's turned over in the middle, and call's going to go the way of Hennessy. It looks like the Whitecaps are going to make another substitution if they get the chance. It's going to be Bo Dunn coming into the match here in just a moment. Nicolazzo with it now. Playing it into the corner for Donnelly to run onto. Can she get to it? She does, but unable to connect in the final third there, and Donnelly's going to have to rush back into position. Opong recovers the ball here for NDC and gets it up the pitch. Lanzalotta unable to keep it in, and the sub's going to come in here. It's going to be Bo Dunn coming in place of Ali Pizarka. Pizarka's had a very good game here today. She should be very proud of her performance. We'll see what Bo Dunn can get done. These last few minutes. This is Cochran. Outside of the boot, trying to get it up over the top, but Geese is right there. Flying in was the Stocking again. She's battling hard here and wins the ball back after getting a good shoulder in. But Hennessy deemed offside. And that'll be out for a Whitecap. Well, it's offside, so it's free kick. UCF to get it back into play. Hale brings it down. Plays it back for Roofer. Roofer uses Opong. Opong gets around Kinley. Opong's found a Stocky. A Stocky looks up and has Hennessy. Hennessy charging in on this one, but another fantastic recovery by Adri Geese. Lanzalotta now. Lanzalotta with room in front of her. Has a look at goal, puts a shot in towards Powell, but that's not going to be any trouble for the U15 national team keeper. This is Mann. And into the middle for Kinley. Kinley has a look towards goal, and she's gonna smash that one up high over the bar and out for a goal kick. Busby to get it back into play. Lanzalotta rises to meet that, but Kinley gets to it. Cochran clears, headed back in by Usick. Laura flying in to win the ball back here for NDC. She's got Nicolazzo, found her. Nicolazzo flying up this right side now with the ball, trying to get around Zsa. Zsa's been so watertight on that far right side all game long. Nothing's gotten by her. This cross in the middle is dealt with by Bo Dunn, and now it's Kinley, full head of steam, charging in on Opong. Kinley goes to her left. Kinley now with it at the edge of the box, and Opong gets a foot in and pokes that one out of bounds. This is Zsa. Mann getting it from Zsa. Donnelly's on her. Great read there by Stocky, and NDC have numbers. If she looks to her left, Hennessy's there. decides to go to the right side for Nicolazzo. Nicolazzo is going to try and switch play and hits it right into the path of Usyk. Fall up over the top looking for a stocky. Chested down by Moore. Moore is going to have a shot on the volley and sends that one over the net. And things are going to end 0-0 here between the Whitecaps U16 Elite Girls